Welcome to Battle Vortex.
Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to do a highway Lot 60. It's not too important where you start on the 60, but you guys have to remember that the base is full of scorpions around the outside of the map. So right in the far behind the spawn points, you got a couple of scorpions that are going to come and chase out whatever units you deploy. The simplest way I've found to combat this, it is 100% foolproof, is a turn of scorches, torches, whatever you like, whatever unit you have that's going to kill them on impact, deploying directly in the southeast corner. It deploys the furthest away and it's dead. Your turns are now free to roam the map and go around and pick off all the other scorpions. Now this same turn, if you happen to be like me and using scorches, can pick off the rest of the units. Okay, it's best only to stick with the corner units. Okay, we'll keep these out of the range of the napalms. Okay, that's the number one thing here, is not to get overly aggressive. You've got plenty of time. You have an hour to destroy these bases, and too many times I've seen people try to do too much too quick and they take unnecessary damage. And for anyone that's watched my videos, the one thing that I do not like is repair time. I will do bases over and over and over 1,000,000 times, and I will spend the extra couple of minutes. See how I'm backtracking now? I always take the vank out before the hover. It's the safest approach. It costs me an extra 20 seconds, but I'll always take that little extra care and time in doing a base properly and preventing even the slightest chance of taking unnecessary damage. So you've seen I've worked around the base mostly so far, getting rid of these last few, targeting the vank first. The reason why we do that is because the hover tank will stop and prop before it shoots. These aren't workshopped hovers, so it won't shoot on the move. So it gives you that extra second for your scorches or whatever tanks you're using to reload before the hover will stop and shoot at you. So it works perfect in this case. And because they take the vanks out so fast and shoot through its shield, there's actually no more damage being done. So that hover's got nothing to target. There's no aggressive actions. Okay, they're on standby, so they only chase you when you're doing something. So we'll just retreat them out now. So most of that base is open. I like to bring in my hovers just really quickly. I clean these buildings out of the way, and you'll see why in a minute. It's not as important, but it just makes things a tad bit faster in the long run. When you're trying to maneuver around the outsides of the base, staying away from the napalms, particularly down in this section here, you don't want to have to go around the buildings, and you don't want to accidentally destroy them, setting off last stand defenders. Now my hovers are workshopped, they are max level, but anyone that's got the regular workshops on them, I've just got level 1, no last stand defenders, which as most of you know is an important thing to have on your hover tanks. It just makes life so much easier. Getting rid of all these buildings, no last stand defenders, nothing to worry about. Alright, and now we retreat them out of the attack. So now the fun begins. Now I'm going to bring in my 2 special forces. You can see I've got 2 lead operators, 6 heavies, 6 regular operators, and a Sheila. They're not all max level. This is actually, aside from Sheila, I've only got the heavies, 3 of my 6 heavies max, and all my operators a relatively low level. I think the highest one at the moment in this tune is 9. So this is just going around, and we're going to be picking off those other units. It's good to use these buildings around the outside as targets, and that baits them straight out. Takes a little bit of time. Unfortunately, Special Forces aren't the fastest units. So if you see the video skip a little bit, it'll just be me pausing it while I work around the outside, and I'll unpause it once they get into position just to cut down on time. I'll just get around to this first one. So basically, all I'll be doing is going around the outside of the base and picking off these outside units before we go starting our run on the inside and removing those nasty napalm turrets. So they shoot down that pretty fast. Alright, no problems there. They've still taken no damage. Be careful not to get sucked in too far. As I said, the napalms will shoot at you, and there are plenty of mines. So you'll see I take a wide berth around here. The mines are located directly on the angle from the bunkers, so it's probably about there. So I like to take a wide berth, and we'll get around here and take out the last couple of hovers and banks. So I'm just bringing in Special Forces here, targeting the building, just sucker out the hover, target the hover, and pick off these little last guys. It's no biggie. We'll leave these 3. It's not doing any major damage to us. Only got 45 seconds left, probably because I've been doing a recording. It's taken me a little longer. You should normally get all this done in one attack. We'll see how we go. So not too bad. We're bringing our Special Forces around. Should get it done in one attack. We got 10 seconds left. Hopefully I didn't leave it too late. And excellent. Okay, so first attack down, and everything on the outside has been destroyed. Now we'll just start on the inside. Alright, so I'm back in. I'm about to deploy my SEAL team. Not Navy SEALs, but I wish. They're pretty close to it. It's actually, it's 4 javelins with the additional damage to buildings equipped. 2 scorchers. You'll see how handy they come in a second. When you get rushed by this little guy over here, Viper X. And the Ronin. My Ronin's only level 1. He's pretty crap. No upgrades on him, except he offers the big buff to the other units, which is quite important. It increases their fire rate and a few other bits and pieces. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but it comes in handy. Or at least they tell us that it does. So as you see, retreated after baiting him out, and Scorchers picked him off. And now the Scorchers have done their job. Basically, I'm just targeting the napalms around the outside of the base. You don't need to take out the AA plasmas for my strategy because we're not using any air units. But I mean, that is optional. Now, if you wanted to do this faster, you pick a base that's close to your base. As soon as you've baited out the Viper X, you can retreat this platoon, remove the Scorchers, and add in 2 more javelins. Now, I like to bring my Ronin around with my jabs just because of the bonus I think it gives them. Just makes things a little faster. Alright, so we're back around this side. I've just set my Ronin up to in the middle here, so it'll give the buff when I take out both the napalms on this side of the base. So you see the buff range just cuts down on the movement required, the amount of times you're clicking away from the screen, moving units around the base. Here we go. So what I'll do is move them into location, try to keep it, straight 90-degree angle to the wall, and now that they're firing, I can actually move him up because he's slightly slower than the jabs. So I'll have him ready. So when they're finished, I don't have to wait as much for him to move around to the next section of the base. Alright, so once again, we're just moving these guys around. Just picking off the napalms, no need for the AA plasmas. No damage, these guys outrange the napalms once they're maxed. I think it's 625 range. Forgive me if my calculations are wrong. And I'll just finish this off and I'll unpause it in a sec. Okay, so we've done that now. We've finished taking out the napalm, so I've sent that toon home. No damage to them whatsoever. Alright, next phase is removing the bunkers. Now, Special Forces, gotta love them. So durable. So useful for so many things. I just quite simply outrange everything with these little buggers. So just clean that up. Be careful over here, there's mines in the middle. So we're trying to come in 90-degree angle to the wall again, because we've got mines out here on the diagonal. So we're just going to stay away from those mines in the middle. I will be clearing them in a second. We'll come in on that 90-degree angle again. Alright, so I'm going to end attack, bring the Special Forces in on the other side, and remove those top 3 bunkers. Okay, so bringing my Special Forces in. Coming straight in, trying to keep that 90-degree angle. It's not really important to open up all the walls. I just find it faster to kill all the units that spawn out of the bunker rather than having to shoot through the walls like they just did then to get to that guy. They have a bad habit of trying to target things through the walls, and all the other units that start attacking start laying fire on these units while they're still shooting through walls. And even though it's only a couple of seconds repair, like I said, I hate having to repair any unit. And of course this strategy is all about no repair time at all, 0, zilch. There's no mercenaries, no missiles, and definitely no spec ops. So we've got one tower left to go. So from this 90-degree angle, we can tell it to click directly onto the tower. There we go. And then we can tell them to retreat on that 90-degree angle without any concern about hitting the mines here or hitting the mines here. Okay, well now for the last stage. As I said, I don't like taking any damage at all. So I'm going to bring in a dog. You don't need a dog if you've got the heavy gunner with the boots. There's 2 mines in here that I like to get rid of before I take on the silo. And an instant repair to a dog whose job it is to go out and kill mines. There we go, he's triggered. We'll get him killed real fast. There we go. So the dog's done his job. Alright, I'm going to spawn in my Special Forces. I've moved them back over to this side of the base. Basically what we're doing now is we're just going to walk through and we're going to take out these 2 silos really quickly, pain-free. Just creating ourselves a little walkway here. There we go. Not really important, but we can get rid of that while we're here, so they don't lose focus on what their goals are. take out the go-go bar, just so the drones do a little less damage if they manage to get a shot off. But we target that as fast as we can, and they'll drop out of the sky. There we go. Alright. So it's up to you if you want to waste time, you can sit around and... Alright, so that's all done. We'll retreat these guys. Nope. Retreat, retreat. Push the wrong button there. And now they've retreated. I've brought in my hover tanks, and there is absolutely nothing in this base to now stop them from just doing their thing. I'll go around and decimate the rest of the base really quickly. Try to target the things in the middle, cut down on the time it takes, and basically that's how easy it is to take down the 60s using your units. No damage whatsoever to anything, and instant repair to one dog, I must admit, but we're all done. What's left standing? Someone's left standing. Where is it? There it is. And thanks very much. I'll post another one shortly. Thanks for watching.